A resistance movement inside Russia has destroyed 4 logistical facilities belonging to the occupying country. The information was reported by the Main Intelligence Directorate of the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense. At the end of October and the beginning of November, members of the movement carried out sabotage operations against infrastructure that supports the logistics of the Russian army. In the city of Sterli-Tamak, Bashkortostan, they set fire to 3 communication towers that provided military units with communication and information. In the city of Vologda, in the Vologda region, a relay cabinet on a railway line used for transporting military equipment was also set ablaze. Participants in the operation stated that each destroyed facility means fewer weapons, shells, and fuel being sent to the front for the occupying army. The Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine confirmed the destruction of the S-400 Triumph launch system and an ammunition depot of the occupiers in Crimea, showing a video. The resistance movement of the Special Operations Forces, in cooperation with the deep strike units of the Special Operations Forces, struck enemy targets in the temporarily occupied territory of Crimea, the SSO statement reads. The final phase of the special operations, as noted, took place on October 6, 2025, but it was not disclosed for operational security. Representatives of the SSO resistance movement obtained intelligence about the location of the ammunition depot of the 18th Russian Army in the village of Yudakny, near Simferopol. Further special reconnaissance confirmed the location of the enemy arsenal. On the night of October 6, the ammunition depot was hit by SSO drones, the Special Operations Forces said. On the same day, SSO units destroyed the launch system of the Mobile Anti-Aircraft Missile System S-400 Triumph, the SSO reported. The air defense object, as noted, was located in the village of Yutna near Yevpatoria. The S-400 is designed to detect and hit air targets at long distances. The enemy also uses this complex to strike at the territory of Ukraine. The Special Operations Forces continue asymmetric actions to totally exhaust the enemy from continuing offensive actions, the SSO emphasized. Furthermore, Ukrainian drones attacked the Hvardyiska oil depot and 2 trains with tanks. Oil depots and fuel and lubricants warehouses in Simferopol and the village of Bytomyn were also hit. Units of the Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine destroyed Russian logistics facilities in the temporarily occupied Crimea using drones. On the night of November 6, SSO drones of the Armed Forces of Ukraine attacked the Hvardyiska oil depot near the village of Hvardyisk. As a result, the RVS-400 tank was destroyed. At the time of the strike, it was full. In addition, 2 trains with tanks on the loading and unloading overpass were hit. At the time of the hit, the rolling stock was loaded with petroleum products. But that's not all. SSO drones hit several oil depots and fuel and lubricant warehouses in Simferopol and its surroundings, in the village of Bytomyn. Reservoir park facilities were destroyed. A Russian drone slammed into a tower block in eastern Ukraine early on Saturday while many were sleeping, killing 3 and injuring 12 people, Ukrainian authorities reported. According to Associated Press, the attack in Dnipro, Ukraine's fourth-largest city, was part of a large Russian missile and drone barrage across the country that targeted energy infrastructure. In eastern Ukraine, fighting for the strategic city of Pokrovsk has reached a key stage, with both Kiev and Moscow vying to persuade U.S. President Donald Trump that they can win on the battlefield. Russia fired a total of 458 drones and 45 missiles, including 32 ballistic missiles. Ukrainian forces shot down and neutralized 406 drones and 9 missiles, the Air Force said, adding that 25 locations were struck. Authorities switched off power in several regions due to the attacks, Ukrainian Energy Minister Svetlana Grinchuk said in a post on Facebook. A fire broke out and several apartments were destroyed in the 9-story building in Dnipro, the emergency services said. Rescuers recovered the bodies of 3 people and 2 children were among the injured.
Где скорая? Где скорая? Где скорая?